Hello everybody and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Eula DPS showcase, mainly because I have Bennett now, and well, I didn't have Bennett before, and I don't know if I've ever done a Eula DPS showcase. I think I've compared her to another character, but I've never done a solo DPS showcase for Eula, so I might as well just do it right now. We are on the verge of 2.6, so 13 days left and we're at 2.6, so it's going to be pretty nice when we get there, because I imagine Kazuha's getting his rerun. Save your primos for Kazuha. I know Raiden's really good, but save your primos. Okay, so I think the best way for me to show Eula's DPS is to use this on the Primo Geovishap, just because I don't think he's going to run around a whole bunch of places like Masanori normally does, because Masanori, trying to test him with Bennett buffs, it just doesn't work unless it's a bow character. I just have the worst luck with Masanori. He just tends to jump out of the circles where, like, any character that's not a bow user sort of runs into the problem of, yeah, you have the Bennett buff, now you don't because you're out of the circle. And it just really gets annoying. I will show all these stats for my characters at the end of the video, by the way. But if you see the team that I'm using Eula on here, we're using Eula, Zhongli, Raiden, and Bennett, mainly because I think this is a really good team for her. It's a little unrealistic for Raiden to be on this team, just because I've found that not really the strongest team for Raiden, and also Raiden's not going to look the best on this team, so you might as well just include like Beto or something. Another person. Alright, so here's what you normally do. I've messed up, so we'll just show Eula without Bennett buff, I guess. So she's hitting like 117,000 on that hit, so pretty good. All right, so let's do this. All right, so I'm gonna do this with Raiden, and we will see. Raiden's not doing bad damage, just not incredibly good damage. Not as much damage as I would hope for her to be doing. And she did pretty good energy recharge for Eula. All right, so here is the true what I want. Oh, and he's just gonna kill himself. Thanks, man. Thanks for killing yourself. This is 18,000, 19,000, 11,000. Great. Thanks, man. Recording these DPS showcases can really be a pain in the butt. If you want to subscribe, I do this. And, yeah, especially for Eula, because she is very strong. I guess in the meantime, while I'm waiting, I'll just show you her stats. So I'm using the Snow Tomb Star Silver just because it's made for her, and I don't have her signature weapon. I think her signature weapon, it gives you a bit of a damage increase, but it's not the end-all be-all of her normal hits. It's more of her last burst hit that you're gonna end up seeing the huge damage, because you're gonna get extra attacks in. So yeah. And then also we're looking at some pretty good artifacts, except for like this one, and this one, and this one. So like the three that matter the most, those are pretty bad. I guess we'll just show this like stat page just in case you want to look at that. And Constellation 0, my talents are only 866. I don't believe, you do get a little bit of physical resistance decrease. I don't know how much this goes up to. I imagine it's gonna be like 25 or something. But this is really the thing that you want to upgrade, because if you look at this, the damage per stack goes up by like 9% every single time. So it's very, very beneficial for you to max this out as soon as possible. And I eventually will one day max this out, because she is honestly insanely strong. And there's really no way of putting it. I do only have 60% crit rate, which is going to be a pain in the butt, but I find that I'm actually critting quite often with 60% crit rate. Don't really understand how, but I am, so it's not too bad. And also the other couple things that are affecting my damage. Bennett is basically maxed out on his attack. He is just Constellation 0, however. So Aquila Vivonia, talent level 10, you basically max Bennett buff, but like it's not max because I don't have the constellations. Raiden doesn't affect damage, and Zhongli does affect damage with his 4-piece Tenacity of the Millith. So that is the only things that are affecting Eula's damage. So let's actually get a good damage number this time. Okay, so after trying to get all my energy back, so let's get the final hits here. Here we go. Are you joking? I have. Good thing is, I only did Bennett's burst, and he's easy to recover. It's not Eula. You ready? You're not gonna go underground? Let's go. Don't go underground. 12,000 every hit. 15,000. 12,000. 136,000. Oh, I just realized my mistake. So, if you play Genshin, you probably realized my mistake. I've probably spent the majority of this 15-minute, recording so far trying to recover my energy. Eula, the reason why I run Raiden with her is because she can recover Eula's energy. But I don't want to kill this guy, so I can't just, come in here and... Alright, let's do this. Do that. 29,000? And that wasn't a crit ult. Great, thanks. But 29,000. So we are back again with more. This time I'm going to hopefully crit on the ults. So it seems like I really only have a small window to do the damage for the ult. Alright, please don't knock me out of the circle. I would like to stay in the circle. 83,000. That probably wasn't a crit. So, I'm just going to, do my own thing. We're gonna say 83,000. I've spent a lot of time. So, we're just gonna do a calculator, right? 1.265 times 83,000 is 104,000, right? But we also have to add 83,000. So 187,000 with that. So we saw it go from what? 130,000, I think, with the Bennett ult, and then 187,000 with the superconduct buff. So very good. Very, very, very good. The physical damage was Jesus. I do think that Eula. I mean, you're looking at 187,000. I'm gonna do one run with food buffs. I think I can do the food buffs, right? Okay, so we're going to do this. We're gonna eat this, and I'll gain all my energy back. We're gonna eat that, and we'll do another damage test with Eula. Also, by the way, if you ever find yourself wanting to do this with your own characters, you just click retry on, or you just click try on Raiden's domain here, and you can come right back out, and you'll find the boss still alive and fully done. That way you don't have to walk or fly over here every single time there is a problem, or you want to do a damage test. Yep, see, right over there. Okay, so let's eat this, and we will see how this goes. I don't think you can stack it with this one. Maybe you can. But I think this is a reasonable buff. We'll just eat that for a little bit of a buff. Okay, so let's go. How you doing? Alright. Alright, it's 19, 10,000, 15,000, 19,000, and I... Did that not crit? Okay, so let's get into this, and let's do all this, and this. 18,000, 21,000, 26,000, 240 God. So we still haven't seen that 2,900 damage number back again, but I imagine that was just like a critical on the last hit. But 240,000, that is pretty good for a character who is for me, built reasonably free to play, because I mean, I don't have the best artifacts. Most of these, literally, both of these artifacts are quite literally some of the worst artifacts you could get on her. So, you know, this is kind of like, you look at this and it's like, oh, this is reasonable. All you need is like a physical damage cup. And I mean, that's pretty bad. And then the attack percent is pretty bad also. Yeah, I find it weird. This is pretty good, and this is pretty good. But that's all. Like, the flower and feather are the two easiest ones to get because they already take away flat HP and flat attack, which are two stats that you just don't want in general. So it lowers the pool of, like, good stats to bad stats, basically. So, I mean, reasonably, this is a very free-to-play Eula, and I was able to hit 187,000, or maybe even 190, depending on the actual number. But that much, with a level 6 talent, mind you, like, she's a very, very, very good DPS. I still wouldn't put her on the likes of Ito, but I would still say, like, yeah, she's on the same level as Ito. Like, all these characters, like, Eula is basically, the only thing holding Eula back is now that there are Abyss characters who will want to break their shields. It is holding her back because she can't do any reactions other than her E and her Q, those first initial hits, and then that's basically it. Other than that, she can't do damage to those guys, so you can't use them with them. So you can't use her against those guys. Or you can, but it's gonna lower your time significantly. It is she's very strong. I don't have the right words to describe how strong she is, but yeah, she's going to age probably very well as long as we don't get too many of those shield characters. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.